This is the Nelson Ledges Road Course near Nelson, Ohio. It is morning, and only a few days before the arrival of summer. Although much of its land is covered by tires and asphalt, Nelson is home to numerous species of plant and wildlife. Today marks the day that one such species will make its annual return to this small valley. But will this year be different? Can this species survive the imposing pressures of the outside world, or will its traditions in fact be lost forever? Today, we can only wait, watch, and hope that we can again witness the splendor of its ceremonial display, the dropping of the checkered flag.
Yeah, mama, I'm a fool. You were right, I should have listened in school. Maybe follow the path of the righteous and peace. Had me a house and a wife. Instead I'm just dirty. Usually I'm poor, but I'm smiling, yeah, I'm smiling for sure.
I'm a mechanic. My garage is just that. It's a Volvo specialty shop. I'm an independent, but I was, trained by the factory to work on Volvos. And that's what I do, and I like it. It's just me. I'm the only mechanic, and my girlfriend Eva helps out, does all the bookkeeping and stuff like that. I fix cars and make cars and build cars because I like cars. I'm just a car nut. I've always been a car nut, and I'm miserable when I don't do it. So even if someday I manage to make a lot of money and don't have to do it, I'll probably still do it because I like it. I think they actually did have it coming up the side like that. I know these people have very little money, so they bring it here. Yeah, we take food stamps, Indian beads, all forms of junk jewelry, and we will work on cars for food.
John is building a car for the 24-hour road race at Nelson Ledges. This is the 5th time he's been in the race. He's finished 2nd in his 4 previous attempts. But his connection to this racetrack extends back even further.
Dad used to take me to the racetrack when I was young, Michael too, and my brother. And we just kind of, I grew up at Nelson Ledges. I, you know, cut my teeth there. I raced 24-hour motorcycles there. I'm a Nelson Ledges baby. I love Nelson Ledges. There was actually an old racer friend of my dad's who died, who in his will, and this was actually done, the guy's name was Eddie Von Tom. When he died, they cremated him and strewed his ashes over Nelson Ledges. So that's just, it's got a soft spot in our hearts for that racetrack. 24-hour endurance racing is a real old tradition. The first one was in Le Mans, France, years and years ago, and that's been going on for a long time. It's about building a car that has to last a long time, racing a car fast a long time, and the car breaks while you're racing, so it tests you about as much as you can get tested. It's one of the only times in my life when there's enough crap going on in one 24-hour period to make me happy.
It's kind of Le Mans for every man.
It's unlike anything else in racing.
What men won't do to have fun.
It's a 24-hour endurance race, 3 o'clock Saturday to 3 o'clock Sunday on a closed circuit road course for the layman. It's a track, 13 turns, it's 2 miles long, asphalt. It's like a beautiful country road. It's a nice track. It's a little bumpy as far as road courses go. There's lots of road courses in the country, but Nelson is one of the worst. No offense to any of the people who keep up Nelson Ledges or anything like that, but there's a lot nicer ones out there.
Race weekend arrives at Nelson Ledges. It's the middle of June and the first weekend of summer with clear skies and hot temperatures. A tight community of friends, family, and fans come together almost instantly, and a small town of racing enthusiasts is now living on the infield of the track. 31 cars have been entered in the race this year. Most come from Ohio and its neighboring states, and 1 car has come to the race from the state of Florida. The months of planning and preparation for this day will soon be over, and the actual performance of each car will be all that matters.
We did our qualifying, qualified way too fast. We were like fastest in class by over a second and 8th overall, which is pretty unheard of.
5 drivers will be racing the Mechanical Miracles car. Greg will be the team's first driver.
Yeah, I'm starting.
Starting?
Yeah.
And how long will you go for?
2 hours if I don't burn up.
You don't have to go to the bathroom.
Exactly.
And how do you feel good?
Yeah, feel great.
How's the team?
Good, little disorganized yet, and one guy can't keep the car on the track, but other than that, things are whipping along.
You think he's going to get the hang of it?
I hope so.
Yeah.
An hour and a half before the race begins, safety rules are talked about, reminding everyone that with speed comes risk, and that what they're about to do is potentially fatal.
We have a Grand Marshal here this weekend, the recently retired General Manager of Worldwide Racing for Goodyear, Mr. Lee O'Mell.
Now, I started my career at Goodyear in sports cars, doing 24-hour races, and I decided at that time it took somebody really special, not necessarily smart, but special, to do 24-hour races. And I'm honored to be here, and you guys have a great, enjoyable 24 hours, and I know tomorrow you'll all be complaining, you'll never do it again, and then you'll be making your plans on the way home.
How much is...
9:30, the cars line up on the track in the order in which they qualify.
We're waving yellow flag at night, or in the daytime. You only see this during an emergency situation at that station.
Throughout the race, a set of colored flags is used to signal instructions to the drivers. Soon, a green flag will start the race. In 24 hours, the cars that finish will see the checkered flag. Yellow signals caution. The cars must hold their position and cannot pass. The black flag means that a driver has broken a rule and been given a penalty. That car has to come out of the race and into the pit for a certain penalty time. The most important factor in this race is to keep the car running and on the track. Whoever does the most laps is the winner.
How's it going, John?
9 different classes of cars will be racing. There will be an overall winner of the race and winners in each class. The class is basically defined by the total weight of a car in relation to the power of its engine. Number 5, the Mechanical Miracles 1977 Volvo, is entered in the ITB class. Of the 31 cars in the race, the ITB class is the most competitive. John's team will be racing against 11 other cars in this class. The most common entry in ITB is the Volkswagen Rabbit. There are 4 of those. Several Mustangs, BMWs, Honda CRXs, and an Opel round out his field of challengers. Standing along with John is a dedicated team of workers. The team is made up of family members, friends, wives, and girlfriends. During the next 24 hours, the team will share the pressures, problems, excitement, and fatigue that are unique to this race. Everyone's job is important, from the people who fuel the car to the people keeping food on the buffet table, from the guys doing the hands-on maintenance to the hands on the wheel of the driver racing around the track.
Arguably, but in my opinion, the finest race car driver in the world. My best friend in the whole world, Greg Limber. I met Greg because I was a motorcycle racer and he was a motorcycle racer. We found out we were twin sons of different mothers and just worked real well together. Greg's got an oil franchise, does real well with that. He's also one of the best mechanics I've ever known in my life, even though I don't think he's ever done it full-time for a living and probably never will because he's too smart for it. But he's a great mechanic and just a great driver. The man can't be pushed.
Only minutes from the start. 2 pace laps and the race will officially begin. Greg's lap time on the 2-mile course is clocked at 1 minute and 25 seconds, or an average speed of 85 miles per hour, and a top speed of 120. A very fast time for their car. Some laps will get even faster, at 1 minute and 23 seconds. At 4 o'clock, the number 5 car has gone 42 laps and is tied for first place.
race is almost an hour and a half old. We've lapped just about everybody else in our class. A couple cars are out already, but they'll probably be back. But we're fine.
Well, we blew out the number 4 connecting rod. It's fun. Hey, Bart?
You gonna be able to fix it?
We've got a motor being built back in the shop, the trailer right now.
How long till you're back in the range?
Another hour or so. They're almost done with the motor, and then we'll drop it in and take it back out.
Right there. I'm gonna be in the car in about 15 minutes or so. How you feel? Scared?
John Metz, who I've known John for a long time, is a musician. John sells electrostatic precipitators for a living. You can go try to figure what those are on your own. Yeah, he's nervous, and I know he wrings himself tighter than anything I've ever seen, but he gives it all. And he gets driven. It's scary. He might be the only person I've ever met with more energy than me.
So far, so good.
Yeah.
He's doing like 23 strings per hour.
It's just consistent. He's laughing all the way on the right.
He's laughing all the way.
Keep her going on. You're going to be fine.
Thanks.
Please, don't get in my way.
Right after this guy.
It's about
everybody's true.
5 to 5. What time are we going to do it?
Probably about a couple minutes after 5, I would think.
Yeah, and
Depending on the speed of the car and again, the time that they take here.
is everyone pretty tense about it, or?
I am.
As the time for their first pit gets closer, John and his team get more and more anxious. Nervously, John goes over some last-minute instructions. They will wait for their neighbor to finish his pit, clearing the way for them to bring in their own car.
Right over here. Turn around. Come into the car right with me. Approach him there so you don't interfere with the fuelers. Come around the front with me. And take care of
One was right there.
Who moved the oil? Okay. Bring one over here.
For safety reasons, the rules require that if the gas tank is open, the pit stop must be at least 90 seconds. The crew will work as efficiently as possible to get its job done in that time.
How many? 1 minute. I blasted this ruined Muskrat. That was nothing I could do. That one ITB Mustang wouldn't let me by, and I decided I'll just follow him. Well, the Muskrat waited till he got by him. I was right behind him, and he jumped right in front and blasted him.
Hey, the spoilers just pushed back a little bit. There's no damage.
Something on the left rear seat broke at about an hour and 39 minutes. The left rear of the seat. Your seat? Yeah. So it went down probably towards, so it's like Detroit leaning in there now. Yeah. Just got out of the car. It was great. Car ran perfect. Everything went smooth. I saw a little activity, cars falling off the track and different things. But went good, and just try to remember to relax. Take it easy. You got to be out there for 2 hours in the heat. And the seat broke, hour and 39 minutes. I'm driving along, and all of a sudden, hey! Look.
They're patrolling on the radio. To me, John. They just black flagged me with number 5 up. Okay, Pitt. You have to go to the timing stand. I don't know why.
I accidentally passed the guy under the yellow flag, so that means we had to come in and talk to the marshal and explain explain the situation. And then if we do it again, you get 5-minute penalty. So that's it.
The time lost on the black flag allowed Brady Reffining's number 22 car to catch up and tie them for the lead.
Andrew Simon, he's a divorce lawyer and he does some corporate law, has his own practice. Killer divorce lawyer, by the way. And we became friends, and I said, hey, you want to try racing cars? He'd never done it, other than go-karts as a kid. There's an unknown in Andrew. He loves driving fast, and sometimes he wants to drive too fast. Andrew will tell you everything's fine and go loop the car.
I felt like fantastic the first 90 minutes, and then I knew I was getting it.
Big guys. You gotta remember to suck on that Gatorade.
I know.
Keep that liquid level up.
I think you gotta start doing it before you even think.
Right. Exactly.
That's really good though. They're fun, isn't it? Too much fun.
So how do you like racing now?
Well, like John Petrone Jr. says, it's the most fun you can have with your clothes on. Right. No, I really enjoyed it. I really did.
Are you going to go back out again?
Yeah, probably around midnight or so.
Cars broke. Outside turn 1. Wrecker's on its way.
I'm not sure how it happened. I haven't talked to him. But evidently he went off the track. I don't know whether, what happened to it. Tire low? Yeah, the tire wore off. Blew off. I'm like, where is he?
It's coming into turn 1. You know, all the weight's on the left front tire.
Yeah.
Bam.
So new rule of thumb, left tire, 6 hours left tire.
So, I mean, it was starting to get a little crazy. The car was pushing. Big time. Radio the whole time. Tow truck was there with the family.
The whole thing was 9 minutes.
Yeah.
And then includes the stop.
The number 5 car is now in second place, 1 lap behind Brady's number 22 car. At these speeds, tire performance becomes critical. Racers will custom tailor their tires to suit track conditions and improve speed. Tread on the tire is shaved to give it better traction and handling. This also makes the tires wear out faster, and they have to be frequently rotated or replaced.
I said, I just blew one at 5 hours 20 minutes. 5 hours 20 minutes. She goes, wow, well, most guys are blowing them in an hour, hour and a half.
Over 20 tires may be needed for a 24-hour race, and this can quickly deplete the budget of any amateur racing team.
That was great. You were there. Yeah. He's like 5 hours. In an hour.
good. Out here at night, you've got a lot of really bright lights just burning into the back of your head. The rear view mirrors are just totally white. You go from that situation to making a corner, and then it goes to total black, and you only got your headlights, and then the lights come back on. So your pupils are constantly getting big and getting small. Makes for a heck of a headache. 2 hours in the car. It's a heck of a ride. Well, the first hour is a little shaky. The rear end of the car kept coming out. It's what we call being loose. And every time I turned the car, the rear end wanted to come around. Then, after about an hour wearing the tires down, the car started to come alive. We could get some real decent lap times in, and the car started handling better, and the cool night air, it started running better. Well, I don't know where we are in the overall standings at this time. I guess it's, what is it, about 11 o'clock at night? I got to think that we're probably up in the top 10 easily, and I got to think that if we're not leading our class, we're second in class. Yeah, they're doing really a good job.
As Barron begins his shift, Bert gives his report and repeats the complaint of previous drivers. The driver's seat is broken and makes an awkward ride through the average 80 laps of each driver's 2-hour shift. Despite the seat problem and night driving conditions, Barron delivers consistent lap times, but slower than some of the other drivers.
We gave Byron a stint at night. He's a good driver. He's real good at night, so we put him in for a couple hours at night. He's kind of been a second father to me. He's just a big, crazy, very intelligent man who likes the same kind of things I like. And he did a great job. Didn't wad the car up or anything, which you can't ask for any more than that.
Byron's son, Greg, will take the next shift, starting around midnight. By this time, the car has traveled 367 laps, but dropped to third place in its class. As their neighbor Brady pits his car, John walks to the median. The radios between Byron and the crew are not working, so John waves a sign to bring the car back in for a pit stop.
Hopefully he'll come in sometime.
The team anxiously anticipates the change of driver and will rely on Greg's talent and speed in the hopes of regaining the lead.
The fastest driver on the team, like Greg, will come out of the car. He's running way faster than everybody else. He gets out of the car. He says, you know what? There's this beautiful girl wearing a bikini top on the outside of turn 4. Now, meanwhile, he's going faster than everybody else. The guy running 10 seconds slower complains that the clutch is slipping, the sun's in his eye, the seat's broken, the exhaust is falling off the car. So you just kind of make your own judgments from there.
How'd it go, Byron?
Bad. Mostly my fault, I guess. The seat was messed. Well, I don't think it's broke. They fixed it now. But for the whole time I was out there, I couldn't hardly reach the pedals on the steering wheel. It was weird. But I stayed out. I figured rather than come in and goof around, I'd give them time to think about it, so...
Going again, or?
What?
Going again?
I don't know. I'll find out tomorrow.
You have a good time, though?
Yeah, I had a great time. It was fun.
Go!
With the seat repaired, Greg takes the car back into the race.
Never heard anything.
Alice gave you every single lap in the beef.
I never heard anything. I keyed the mic many times.
She heard you key a couple times. We gave you every single lap.
I never heard anything. Not a word.
By 1 o'clock, Greg had retaken the first place position.
Basically, we have the lead right now in our class, in ITB, by 1 lap. And just behind us is Brady Reppening, which are our next door neighbors, the 22 car. Right now, it's sort of neck and neck racing, and it really, what it boils down to is who doesn't brake. Greg, the times Greg is making now are what the other guys were doing in daylight. So, you know, and it's 1 in the morning. So that'll make up a lot of time.
10 hours into the race, and with Greg behind the wheel, John and company try to get some rest. At 1:54, because of an accident, there's a full course yellow. The pace car has come onto the track, and all the cars hold their current position and slow to half speed. Luckily for John's car, the full course yellow comes near the time for a fuel stop. With the field of cars moving at such a slow pace, they can pit their car and have it back on the track while losing almost no time.
Some laughs there, boss.
I figured I'd call in if I could get you guys to say I'll go out for another 2 hours, but I didn't want to do that.
It was enjoyable. You went to you were like 10 seconds faster than Byron, and you were still, you know, a good 3-4 seconds faster than Brady.
A full course yellow is generally the result of an accident. It cautions the drivers and allows the tow truck to safely pull a disabled vehicle from the track. In this case, number 59 has crashed and now is out of the race.
I didn't see it all start, but by God, I saw it finish. He was already up on the nose doing a pirouette, and then it flopped down on its roof. We went all running down. I was the first one in the car. The driver was kind of shook a little bit, but he was pretty coherent. He was just basically curious as to how he's going to get upside down or get out. Obviously, he'd never been upside down before.
They flipped the Opal while you were sleeping. Yeah, that's the yellow flag we got. This is great. You're happy with it? Yeah, but I don't talk positive about this. I'm not saying. You're not saying anything. No taboo. You're 5th overall in the first 2 laps. How far ahead of you, Brady? 3 laps. It's a nice cushion. Is that just because you're going faster than Brady? They made a couple pit mistakes. It's a trade-off. When we had Byron in the car, Brady was circulating faster. When we had Greg in the car, Greg was circulating substantially faster. It's a trade-off.
Later, there's a second full course yellow. And once again, the number 5 team uses it to their advantage, greatly widening the window of laps between them and their nearest competitors.
Everybody's doing fantastic.
second place car in our class. If we just do everything right, we're fine. There's no way they'll catch us. All I do is keep an extra clock on that car and always make sure we run at least as fast, and we keep our 10-lap pad. It looks like it right now with the driver order I have, all my drivers are as fast as all their drivers are faster. All our guys can keep up with a faster pace for 2 hours.
I did a 123.
So we're actually setting the pace for the drivers.
The car's holding great. The car's still as tight as the day it went out on the track. The motor's just running fine. The temperatures are great. The oil pressure is great. Yeah, my comment at 5 laps to go was give it over to the next driver. He's going to have a super car. And from the looks of things, he has one. He's going real well.
Car's handling fantastic.
So far, great. I don't see any mechanical problems. Everything's smooth as silk.
123, you're doing perfect.
All we have to do is not make a mistake. You know how hard that is to do? I'd rather play catch up than be where we are.
Got a problem here.
At 9:15, 18 hours and 15 minutes into the race, the car's engine begins to suffer from a mysterious mechanical problem.
The car's losing power. We lost about 7 or 8 seconds off of each lap. People wandering around saying, what could it be? I don't know what it could be. The car's just not responding, and we think it's the fuel filter at this point. So we had to pull my car around and pull the fittings off of the fuel filter. We're not going to take an extra pit stop. We're going to wait and take our scheduled pit at 10 o'clock. Even though he's doing slow times, it's not worth having him come around one more time. So we're going to have some slower times for the next 45 minutes and then come in and replace the fuel filter.
I'm just imagining. The good news is we're not wearing out tires right now. Go around.
Huh?
Go around and don't crash. Yeah. Trying to keep the window open.
Right.
Are you changing drivers? Yeah.
We had 10.
We're going to leave him out till 10? I can put this down then.
Throw a filter on it. We're gonna hope for the best. I think we're still in the window if it doesn't fix it. But I'd like it fixed. Nice to know you guys can run it. And it's just gonna be easier to drive it now. Greg's able to do 27s, 28s with a soft engine. You guys might be doing 29s and 30s with a soft motor. Which still is not bad. But
If you do the math, every time your car's broken or in the pits, the other cars are circulating at an average speed of over 80 miles an hour, which if you do the math is around 200 feet per second. They're gaining on you.
Start it!
how's your power feel?
I'll know when it comes up the straight if it's right or not.
Driver John Metz radios to the pit. There has been no change in the engine's performance. The problem has not been repaired, and they continue to lose 5 seconds on each lap. The window of their lead has dropped to 9 laps.
Well, yeah.
Which we don't want to think about.
No.
Frustrated, their next best guess at repairing the problem is a fuel injector adjustment. They decide to call in the car.
Coming in now. Just come up here. I will.
You say keep the engine running.
Right, I'll tell him everything.
I bang the car, he's out of here. This is going to be a... It's going to be like second.
There's a full course yellow on the track. I'm not sure why. I don't know. But that means we kind of messed up our pit stop. At least the second one when we tried to correct the fuel. Because if we would have done it during the full course yellow, we would have lost maybe 5 seconds instead of 25 just to stop. And we didn't, and it doesn't look like we fixed the car anyway. So it's real close.
11:30. The problem persists. The window of lead has dwindled to just 4 laps.
I don't know, if it's starting to lock, I'm just spinning my wheels. I'm nervous now. I don't know how big my window is. We had 10 or 11 laps on...
15 minutes, that's all.
Right now, they keep doing 25. We keep doing 30. Second, third, and us will all be on the same lap at the checkered flag.
I hate that.
Oh, I hate that too.
But they probably won't stop and we have to.
Oh,
We got one stop.
no, they're gonna have to stop.
We got one stop. We got 4 hours left.
You know, if one stop, I gotta make 2.
Okay, guys, we got to stretch this.
I have to.
12 and 1 and 2, yeah. They got to make 2 stops too.
No, we got 1 stop.
They're not going to make it on 1. Yeah, I've been watching their fuel.
No, we haven't been using it.
Watch. Bet me.
Yellow.
Bet you.
We can go up. We can go 2 hours and 15 minutes. Easy.
That's not going to...
Gentlemen, we have a race.
Yeah, we have a race going here. We have to put a secret weapon back in.
Huh?
He's Greg's dead. I asked him, I said, do you want to close this? And he said, John, I'm shot. I've never heard him say that.
Thank you. What was the last one? Time 3:1.
If I can fix it at noon, then we're set, right? All I got to do is fix it at the noon stop.
Fix? Well, what is it you're going to fix?
Whatever's broken. Greg and I are thinking that maybe when he got the big bag, 1 of 2 things happened, I'm thinking now. It either squeaked a ring or it jumped time. So I got to quickly check the static timing and then throw a light on. I can check the static timing in about 4 seconds and fix it way before I put a light on. Then I never have to put a light on it, never have to adjust the distributor, none of that crap. We check that. If it looks questionable, well, we'll know. I'll just know.
We got to do this at the next fuel stop.
I know, it's happening. It has to happen at noon. Okay? That's not it.
be a lap ahead at the end of this race.
This has to happen during the course of a normal fuel stop. But the trick is it's got to get new left side rubber so you can go fast if it's fixed. And fast if it's slow. Exactly. You just got to go fast.
At 21 hours into the race, the Mechanical Miracles team must fix their car. Their lead is now a slim 2 laps, which could be lost at this pit. If they want to live up to their name, now is the time to do it. Now that their fast times are back, tires are again wearing quickly. The team has no new replacements for any tires and has virtually exhausted its budget. A blown tire or any other small problem could still be disaster for the Mechanical Miracles team.
Good job, because it just went soft. It wasn't flat, so you did beautiful.
This last fuel stop reveals a narrow escape. One of their tires has worn dangerously thin. Less than 1 hour remaining in the race, the number 5 car's position is unclear. If Byron loses his bet and Brady's number 22 car can finish the race without a fuel stop, the outcome would be too close to call. Bird is in the car to finish the race. After months of preparation and 23 hours of fatigue, John and the rest of the team reluctantly become spectators and impatiently look on as the race plays out. At 2:25, Barron wins his bet, and car number 22 does have to refuel.
So their equipment isn't quite what it started with. So you get a lot of people that are real desperate, trying to thrash every bit of life they have out of their car to hit that finish line.
With 25 minutes left in the race, Bert radios in that the oil light has come on. Another pit stop is out of the question. They can only ignore the oil light and trust that the car will pull through to the finish. Bert radios that the oil light is still on, but no matter. 24 hours is up and the race is over.
I told the boss it's a religious kind of holiday. I told the dog, boy, go on out and walk yourself today. It's over. Unplug the phone and put a sign out on the door. It says go away. So I decided I'm gonna make this my lucky day. Yeah, my lucky day.
I hope we'll talk about next year when we meet you.